Hey, there's a shark behind you. By pressing this big blue button here on the end, works just like a walkie-talkie. You're in a void. So right now it sounds like this.
Don't Darth Vader it.
Don't Darth Vader it.
I guess that I need to know, what song do you want me to sing to you while we're diving?
So you get tired of your annoying dive buddy, just flip that channel, channel 2. They'll be quiet.
Hey guys, we're coming to you from Athens Scuba Park, Texas's only dive park with training and diving, full dive shop, everything. This is awesome. Alex invited me here on the day that they're closed, opened up the park to me, so we're gonna tour it, meet Alex, and then we're gonna go dive right there. We can dive some wrecks. So let's meet Alex.
How you doing?
Hey Alex.
Nice to see you, man.
How's it going?
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man. Tell me what y'all do here.
Well, we're a full service dive shop, resort. We teach scuba diving. We have swimming and kayaking. We have camping as well. Full service dive shop, like I said, with cells. We also have a service department back there. Full rental fleet in the back. We train from beginner all the way up to professional level, all the way up to instructor.
So these guys are a platinum dealer for Ocean Reef.
We are indeed.
The coolest thing is we're going to be diving comms. So I've been promising you guys that I was going to test the GSM Mercury comms unit. We're going to connect and dive GSM comms. So
yep, absolutely.
All right. Alex, what is the GSM Mercury?
So the GSM Mercury is one of their higher end radios that Ocean Reef makes. It is a dual channel, dual speaker, very, very strong communication radio. A lot of the public safety divers use the GSM Mercury, for one being that it has amazing quality when it comes to, recording your voice, also sending the signal. It's got about an 800-foot range line of sight, so
really?
You could be on complete opposite sides of a shipwreck almost.
Wow.
Of course, line of sight, if you have some obstacles, that will be a little bit more limited. But line of sight, 800 feet, you can talk, immediate back and forth.
And the end user can install this himself as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the most simple thing probably out of all the accessories that they have.
So as somebody who uses the comms a lot, you actually told me that flipping the mic around and facing it towards...
Away from your face.
Away from your face.
From my experience, has been a little bit easier to hear people.
Cool.
Now, everyone's different. Some will, argue with you that you want it right up almost on your lip.
I don't like stuff touching my lip.
Oh, yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah. I like everything being, nothing touching my face.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why a lot of people get this mask, because they don't like stuff on their face or water on their face or anything like that.
Yeah.
So having that point away from your face and just having it sit just like, a couple inches away from your mouth, because it's going to pick up that audio. These are Blue mic technology. It's great quality. And so we're going to try that. And
cool.
We can even do a comparison later if needed.
Cool.
All right. So we are going to start with, this is going to be your push to talk toggle button here. This does have an actual screw. So this is actually a stationary here, also with the mic being stationary, but this nut does, tighten up. So
you put it in there the way you want it.
You want to get it adjusted how you want. So looking in there, if we want that mic facing away from us, we're going to point it down like this. And this does have these wire speakers. You can bend and move that around and twist and turn how you want.
Okay.
But that'll kind of be a good baseline. As long as it's pointing away from us, we can go ahead and screw this in by holding it with one finger here. Just like that. And don't go crazy on tightening that. Just as soon as you feel some resistance, stop.
I kind of noticed that with everything on this mask.
Absolutely.
Especially the surface air valve too. Like just touch it open. Don't, no pressure at all.
Exactly. Yeah. So the way this fitting is plastic against plastic. So if you were to over tighten this, it's very hard to get undone. See, just doing that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, this is the interior screw. This is actually this screw here is what keeps this whole piece in. And so you really don't have to go crazy with that.
Yep.
And so as long as this is tight and snug, it's kind of a term we use, here, it's just 2-finger tight. So as soon as you tighten it, you feel that resistance with 2 fingers, that's all you got to do. It's pressurized, O-ring seal, you won't have to worry about it. So now that we got the microphone installed with the push to talk button on the side, you're going to have this one fitting here. And this is what's going to go on. It's basically, this little piece here is basically just trim. It's cosmetic. And this is going to snap into these 2 little holes right there. Again, same thing. We got a lip right here on this piece that you want that's going to be up under this, okay? So you're going to feed that in. These are going to snap in there. All right, just like that. And you can see But that's nice and flush there. It's not sticking up at all because we made sure that lip is up under that extender frame. Now we're going to take the second piece of that trim. We are going to, this basically acts as a nut. Something that's very easy.
The straps.
The strap. You do need to put that through that hole like that. Because if you get this all put together, or everything all put together, and you don't have these through, it's not fun to try to work those back there. Yep. You're about to square one, having to start over. All right, so now with the right earphone, typically you'd have a cap on here with your battery. We're gonna run it through the strap, so it's very important. So this upper section here, we're gonna run this earpiece through the middle of it, like that, for it to attach. You don't wanna go over the strap, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna cause your full face mask to have this wire sticking up like that.
Yep.
And any kind of overhead environment, anything that you can get hooked on, that's just gonna rip your radio cord, and you don't wanna have to go.
And you're gonna look like a nerd.
Yeah, you're gonna look weird. So definitely go through that top part of that strap here. And just for now, we're going to same thing with this little bitty lip. I'll give you a shot at that. That's what you want up in the extender frame. Yeah, and just like that, you have completely swapped out your skirt with putting the communication back on.
I was chucking this.
We'll tuck it, yes.
Is that how you want it?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. That's something I typically do after I check, make sure all my work. This is gonna stick up just a little bit. That's the best, really, the way that I found to do it. You definitely don't want anything sticking up like that.
Right.
Because again, you're just asking to rip it on something, but this will fold up nice and kind of bend down like that. And you're just kind of going around the seal here with that whole wire.
Oh, I can't wait to dive into this.
Just like that.
Yeah. Perfect. How do you talk in these? Can I just talk like I'm on speakerphone, or how does that work?
So yes and no. So the way these are designed, they're water activated. So as soon as these two screws here get wet, the radio will turn on. Because we don't have our battery cap in, I can't actually demonstrate it, turning on right now at this very moment. They have what they call DAT mode. That's direct automatic transmission. And what that is, it's a 30-second window with you and your buddy to talk back and forth hands-free. So that is one option with the Mercury radio.
No, 30-second window. What do you mean by that?
So basically what it does is if you go into your programming mode on this thing, put it into DAT mode, what that does is it's for people who are, working with their hands, doing, commercial diving, body recovery, anything like that. It basically opens up the airways so you can talk hands-free for 30 seconds.
Without having to
push to talk your radio. And then after that, it switches to the other diver, who's around you. And it's kind of 30-20, 30-20, or it might be 30-30, whatever the time frame is there. But it's back and forth. And that's for hands-free when you're actually needing your hands where you don't have time to constantly do the radio.
But for recreational use, you're going to do push-to-talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so push-to-talk works just like a walkie-talkie. The way this works is by pressing this big blue button here on the end, what this does is you'll hear a beep right off the bat, okay? In my personal experience, I would always recommend waiting about half a second before you actually start speaking.
After the beep.
After the beep, okay? And so what that does is you'll hear this beep on your end. Your dive buddy will also hear a beep on their mask. And what that does is letting you know that, hey, someone's about to talk to you. So stop breathing like crazy. Stop trying to talk back.
It's the old Nextel chirp.
Exactly.
Remember that?
Yeah. Exactly. Same scenario.
Yeah.
And you press that button, it's going to beep in your buddy's mask, letting them know you're about to speak, and then vice versa. If they press their button on their radio, it's going to beep in your mask, letting you know, hey, they're about to speak.
If they're about to speak, do you want to be exhaling, inhaling? Where, to be able to hear right, where do you, how do you?
So anytime you exhale out of this mask, it's going to make bubbles. It's going to be hard to hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that beep is almost a sign saying you need to either be inhaling or just try to, slowly exhale. You don't want to just
Darth Vader
it because you'll have to say, what'd you say? So again, it's that beep is to let you know someone's gonna talk.
Okay.
And so you want to try not to make as much noise as possible so you can hear them clearly and everything.
So on the communicating side, on the transmitting side, do you have any advice, tips, tricks for talking in these? Once you get the beep, you wait a half second. Is there a proper way to talk and not to talk?
Absolutely. So with the mask, you're in a void. So right now it sounds like this.
Mhm.
That's the voice quality you're putting to that mic. With that being said, you need to speak very slow. You need to enunciate your words. You need to not, rattle, go really fast. Like, hey, there's a turtle behind you, run. Or, hey, there's a shark behind you, run.
All my viewers right now are going, this guy doesn't need it. They know I'm a mush mouth and I talk way too fast. So
Yeah, so you want to really sound out your words. Like, hey, come here, I need you. Hey, there's a turtle behind you. Hey, there's a shark behind you. Really sound out your words, talk slow.
yeah,
Because again, if you rattle and talk, again, with there being a void on your mouth like this, you're not going to be able to hear it well.
what if your dive buddy pisses you off and you don't want to hear him talk anymore?
Well, you could always just switch to the dual channel. These are a dual channel radio.
So
you
just
can
turn his channel on him?
There's a private channel and there's the main channel that works with all full face mask
Yeah.
radios, even to other brands. And so you get tired of your annoying dive buddy, just flip that channel 2. He'll be quiet.
If it's your wife, you're going to be shit whenever you get home. Yeah. Or bail out of it.
Exactly.
completely. Just
yeah.
go to,
I'm done with this. Switch to my normal regulator. Yeah.
I think maybe, we're going to be diving these later. I guess that I need to know, what song do you want me to sing to you while we're diving?
Well, I don't
He's
know.
like, I miscalculated. I do not want to dive with you. A lot of people actually don't, like, I hear a grap about these things is they don't want to talk anymore.
Mhm. A lot of people like the silence from their wives.
Yeah, for sure. With I dive with Gunner, you guys know that. With my dive buddy's 13 years old, and so there's still a lot of instruction that's going on from me to him. He'll get bad about sculling, and I used to yell at him, and you can hear pretty good without comms if I yell.
Yeah, it'll be a little muffled, but yeah, you can
hear it.
Yeah, you can hear.
But having this to communicate with him, especially on some instruction stuff, or when we're shooting, which we're always shooting underwater, we're always capturing content, knowing what the other person is about to do because you're able to talk to it and get that shot lined up. I mean, these things are going to be priceless for us.
It's game changing when it comes to just enjoying your diving. Just being able to tell your dive buddy to come here, or like, where are you, or how much air do you have, without having to go up and actually, any hand signals are almost non-existent when it comes to this, because everything you can communicate just like you and me are talking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. What kind of battery life are you getting out of these?
So it varies. Realistically, I like to charge mine after every dive.
So if you're on a boat and you're doing a 2-tank dive in the Keys or somewhere, are you going to be able to use it? The 2 tanks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely last that. The exact number off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to lie to you. It's a long time. I mean, realistically, I could dive all week without charging my radio.
Really?
Realistically.
Yeah.
And granted, that's single dives a day. That's not me out there diving 8 hours a day all week long. So again, 2-tank dive, no issue at all. I always recommend charging it before you dive anyways. They work a lot better when they're fully charged.
Okay.
So
awesome, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there's a switch on here.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Oh, yeah.
Top. What is this switch for?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is how you change, for one, the volume. There's 3 different level volumes when it comes to this. By just flicking that, that's going to be changing the volume. So it's going to start off at high by default. You can flick it once, it goes to low. Flick it again, it's going to go to medium. I like to dive with medium. High is a little overkill. It's almost too much for me. They are very loud speakers. So again, medium or even low is fine, in my personal opinion. This is also how you get into programming mode. By holding this and then flicking that, that's how you change to the dual channel or the DAT mode. Yep, by pressing that and then flicking the button. That's how you get into programming mode and everything like that. But it's just 2 buttons. It's very easy to use, very easy to navigate through the different options.
If I were to buy these and say put them on Gunner's mask, put it on my mask, and we jump in the water, are we going to be able to talk right away? Or are we going to need to be doing some kind of programming or anything like that?
No, out of the box, it's ready to go. It's going to be on high volume, and it's going to be on the community channel.
Awesome.
Yep,
awesome.
They're ready to go.
Long pressing this, does that do anything?
Not just like as is. That's you're opening up the airways to talk. So if you hold that button down, you're gonna speak, and then you let off. It just treat it like a walkie-talkie.
And then long pressing this.
So long pressing that. Whenever you go into programming mode, you can hold that and do different. To do that, to actually cycle through the menus of what the radio is doing. But typically, all you're gonna do is change the volume. Most people are gonna stay on the same channel.
Yep.
Or most people are not going to use that DAT option. It's just easier to
For traditional, just wreck diving.
Yeah, if you're recreational, you don't really need all that stuff, really. So
cool.
Also, another little tip that they don't tell you about is if have you ever put silicone around your antenna here?
No. What does that do?
So silicone grease, since these being so strong, air bubbles coming out of your mask goes across this or even sticks to this. It causes static or scratchiness.
Oh.
When you use silicone, you don't have to glob a bunch on there, but just shine it, basically, wipe off the glob. What it does is it keeps those air bubbles from just sticking to that thing. And from our experience, it's really made a big difference in clarity and how even the signal, really.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Hey guys, quick word of warning. I just wanted to show y'all my GSM Mercury is actually down right now because I went to change the battery and you have to unscrew this. And I did it while it was connected to the mask. And these screw down pretty tight. Actually, this is the speaker where it goes on your ear. This is actually the right ear, I believe. Well, I went to torque on this cap, and instead of holding the base of the speaker right here, I kind of was holding the mask frame and just twisted it. And whenever I did, it actually broke the hinge mechanism where it connects to where it connects to the extender frame. So mine's down right now. You don't have to replace the whole speaker. Alex with Athens Scuba Park right now is trying to get me another hinge, I guess you would call that. But you can see right there, if you muscle it and hulk it, you could break that plastic. So just a word of warning. I hope you guys liked the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Hit subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you want my suggestion for what to watch next, click this one right here. If you're new here, we hide real treasure underwater. We call it The Hunt. If you find one of our coins, you win high-end dive gear from brands that we trust. The hunt is on.